Okay, I'll be doing many more videos on how to repair appliances. So subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the videos. And comment good or bad. Also, if I use a part to repair the appliances, I'll put a link in the description so you can buy from this channel. Let's get started. Okay, in this video, I'll be showing you how to replace a thermal fuse for a Maytag Bravos XL gas dryer. Here's a little closer look at the dryer, the Bravos XL. Okay, two panels have to be removed, the top and the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the top, and 1, 2 for the bottom panel. The top panel's been removed. And the bottom panel has been removed. 1/4-inch screws that removes those panels. Control panel needs to be removed now. What you get is a putty knife, and you just dig underneath between the control panel and the top of the lid. Is a spring that you just push forward that releases this one side of the control panel, and then you do it to the right. Push that spring in, it pops up. Okay, in the back of the dryer, now we're going to slide that control panel forward on both sides out of the slots, and you're freeing it. And now you're going to disengage the 2 wires that connect the control panel to the board to free the control panel from the body of the dryer. Now it's free, and just remove it, put it to the side. Next step is to remove the control board off the dryer. So you got one, you have another connection up over on the left side you need to pull off. Just press and pull. Then you have to the right connection where you need to just press and pull. And you have the blue one, you just pull, no pressing at all. Okay, and you leave that relay on. There's no reason to take that one off. Okay, you have a 1/4-inch screw that needs to be removed. That mounts it to the lid. Okay, it's been removed now. Now you want to slide the board to the left out of the slots and pull it on out. Okay, next step, we're going to need the 1/4-inch screws removed from the left and the right side. That will have you slide the lid off when you remove those 2 screws. That gives you access to remove the lid. To remove the lid, you're just going to push back. Boom. You have to tap it backwards, and it's free now. Okay, starting the removal of the front door, you have those 1, 2 1/4-inch screws on the left and 1, 2 1/4-inch screws on the right. So those need to be removed. Also, you need to have 2 clamps that needs to be removed. This is for the power to the door, and that's for the start switch. So remove those 2 clamps. You don't want to pull those and jam them once you move the door. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to remove with the door open. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4-inch screws to remove the door once you remove that one. So those 3 are removed, and those 2 are removed. And we removed all 4 of the bottom 1/4-inch screws. So we're ready to remove the door now. So what you're going to do is just basically pull up on the door and Okay, we're gonna remove the bulkhead. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and disconnect the moisture sensor right there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, quarter-inch screws for the lint filter housing that needs also to be removed. Okay, just lift up on the bulkhead and it'll slide off. Okay, we have to remove the belt to get the drum off. So with your right hand, grab the pulley. With your left hand, you pull the arm of the pulley, push it with your left hand, and it loosens the belt off. Once again, grab your right hand, goes on the pulley, left hand pushes the pulley to the left, that loosens the belt, and the belt comes right off. Okay, the belt has been disengaged. Now I'm gonna remove the drum out of the dryer, slide it out. Make sure the belt isn't caught around anything, slide it on. And here's your thermal fuse. These 2 wires need to be taken off, so get your pliers and pop them off. Then you have that quarter-inch screw that needs to be taken off that mounts the thermal fuse onto the roller housing. So real simple. Just remove the screw, slide the thermal fuse down, and remove it. All right, slide the thermal fuse back into the slot. Get the quarter-inch screw, get it started, and remount the thermal fuse onto the body of the blower housing. And reconnect the wires onto the thermal fuse. And there you have it. Okay, next we're going to slide the drum inside the dryer. Grab the belt, pick it up, slide the drum all the way to the rear of the dryer, have them sit on the rollers in the back. Here's the inside view. Once again, lift the drum, slide it all the way to the rear of the back of the dryer, and that drum should be sitting on rollers back there. And the belt should be dangling right in front of the 2 pulleys, the motor pulley on the left and the idler pulley on the right. Now you're gonna reach down and set the belt up. You're going to wrap the belt around the motor pulley first, which is the one on the left. Wrap the belt around underneath it. Then you're going to pull the idler pulley to the left and put it on the plastic spool. And what you're going to do is spin the drum to make sure everything's on track and everything spins good. Making sure all the adjustments is right, and when you turn it, that it'll spin properly without the belt coming off. And as you can see, it is spinning. Now let's put it back together. We're going to reinstall the bulkhead. The bulkhead has at the top, you have those rollers right there. They go underneath the drum. Right up underneath there, that's where the rollers go. That turns the front of the drum. And you have 2 slots at the top of the bulkhead that slide into the slots. If you can see, I'm trying to get it right there. That's one side in there. There's another side. Okay, the top of the bulkhead is in place. Now underneath, I'm pulling up on the drum so I can get the rollers tucked underneath that drum. And once it's tucked underneath, you know it, because the bulkhead will be flush up against the body of the dryer. You know it's in there. That way you know it's in there correct. Next step, let's mount 1, 2, 3, 4. We're mounting 4 1/4-inch screws to the body of the dryer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the bulkhead is mounted now. Okay, now we're installing the lint filter housing. This goes over the blower wheel. Make sure when you install that, make sure the bottom goes in first and then put it in the upper part next. Okay, now putting the right 1/4-inch screw in, but I'm not tightening it in because you're gonna have to move it to adjust it. Right side the same way. Don't tighten it, just screw it in there so you can move it around. Lower left, screw that in. And upper left, retighten. Upper right, retighten. Okay, bottom, tighten. Okay, reconnect the moisture sensor. Next step, we're going to reinstall the door. Let it hang at the top right there. Put it in place. And you have several screws to remount this door. Okay, with the door temporarily hanging on the dryer, we're going to put 2 screws on the left and 2 screws on the right, but temporarily, don't tighten down because we need some adjustments. You tighten it down, it'll be hard to mount adjust the screws in there. So I'm gonna put 2 on the left and 2 on the right, and that'll secure the door temporarily until we can make the proper adjustments to the lower screws that mount on the inside door of the dryer as well as the bottom of the dryer. Now you have 1, 2 Phillips heads at the bottom and Torx heads, T15s, 1, 2, 3. So the front of the dryer is complete. Now the bottom, the very bottom of the dryer, 1/4-inch screws, those are in also. So the whole front is secure now. Retighten those top of the lid brackets that I didn't secure. So I had adjustment. Retighten those. Okay, they're nice and tight now. And reconnect the door switch and the light for the dryer. Always remember to have a wire out. That's when I'm having a little problem. I should have had cleared that, so I had to pull it. So both of those connections are there and completed. Okay, now reinstalling the lid. Always lay it down and push forward. It's sliding into a slot in the front. So you're gonna line it straight, lay it down, and slide it forward, maybe 2 to 3 inches. It'll lock right into the slot up front. And just kind of tap on it with your hand to lock it in place. Now there's 2 screws in the back that line up to secure the lid onto the base of the dryer. And just use the part of your hand to adjust it. and then you make the proper arrangements in the back. Okay, here's a 1/4" screw that locks the lid left side in. Just line the hole up with the hole in the body of the dryer. Sometimes you got to move it around a little to adjust it. So that's the left side. Now the right side, we're gonna 1/4" screw that goes in there, and there it is. Right side's in there. Now we have the computer board. Screw that 1/4" screw in there to mount the board to the lid. Now we can start reconnecting the wires that go to the board. Blue goes in there to the right, and the other right side, upper right. Slide the harness there. Upper left slides in, and lower left slides in. All these fit a certain one, so you can't put one on different ones. They only fit where they fit at, so you can't make a mistake by putting it in the wrong spot. Now we want to reconnect the 2 harnesses that come from the board. Come from the control board. Same way, you male, female, they only fit on certain things. So like I said, you can't put a wrong harness on anything. So, and there you go. Now we're gonna slide the control panel on. They have little slots that they go into, plus the spring in the front. You'll hear it snap once it's in position. So I'm lining it up right now. Snap, snap. Okay, so front panel's on secure. Now we're gonna put the lower cover on. That was 1/4", 2 1/4" screws on the left and the right. And now we're going to put the rear cover for the control panel on. And you should get about 5 1/4" screws that go on to this rear control panel. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that's it. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to contribute to these videos for production purposes, look at my PayPal, and you can donate for production help. You guys have a great one.